Let's Talk About It 2.0. I am so happy to be your hostess today and welcome into my metaverse space and podcast audio. Now, today we have a special topic and we're going to jump right into it right after we play a little bit of sounds and allow everyone to enter the room respectfully. I hope everyone's been having an awesome day. And I'll hop back in as soon as everyone acquaints themselves with the space. And I'll make sure that everyone has a seat here at the couch so that we can get prepared for today's discussion. I am so happy that you're here today with me, your hostess, ShivaLeela Allen, for the Fitness Consulting Fitness Fridays workshop. This is All right, everyone. So, as you know, we are here recapping the very first Web3 Fitness Friday presented by me, your hostess, ShivaLeela Allen. And I want to dive right into it. First of all, I want to thank all the attendees that attended the Fitness Friday held last month, once a month event held in spatial metaverse. And we're starting this thing and rolling it out with a bang. I am a performer, tribal fusion belly dance performer, a mother, wife, and I am the CMO. So what I do is I create content and I create these graphics and I promote these events. And I'm also a hostess myself. So this means a lot to me that I'm here sharing with you some of the content that I myself created. And I'm also here to inspire as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to kick it off with an actual audio from the actual Fitness Friday held in October 2022. The attendees were the CEO of the Raw DAO, so follow the Raw DAO Mo. And it was pretty awesome. We started off with body positivity. And the reason that I began with body positivity is super important because, as we know, we have to have some type of motivation to do the things that we do, to continue to do the things that we do. And with this recap here, I want to break down to you why I implemented some of the things in this Fitness Friday and why I will continue to implement greater and continue to evolve and continue to influence and continue to add people that add sauce to the pot. So the body affirmations are a clear thing for me to give confidence and to give some type of motivation because we are our biggest fans. And I have a lot of things in my character and in my disposition that helps me with this because I practice the self-love. And we're going to listen to a little bit of the things that I spoke about within the Fitness Friday live special. I hope everyone joins the next monthly Fitness Friday so that you can see these live. Join the Patreon to get a replay and a teaser. So you're getting the full effect. You're getting the replay, the teaser, and you're getting the behind the scenes when you join the Patreon. So without further ado, let's listen to some of the things that were spoken about and kind of touch bases on what that meant to me and what that could mean to you. Workshop that is dedicated to those who are enthusiasts about dance, movement. We're going to be discussing about NFTs, culture, dance, and here to really have this act of self-love, and we're really here to focus on ourselves so that we could be a better person for our loved ones and for our friends. So this is why we're doing this. Can you picture yourself wearing what you're wearing? It's very important that what you're wearing while we dance is comfortable. Are you comfortable? All right, so can you picture wearing something comfortable as you dance? And this is something that we might not consciously understand, but we subconsciously know what our style is and what makes us feel good about ourselves. And it's not really about the outside collectives and their opinions, especially when we're expressing ourselves and we're being creative, because when we're creative, there is a portal that seems to be open within our bodies, within our minds, and we can either make it or break that moment. And with that being said, being authentically yourself, being true to yourself, being completely whole and fully happy within you is important. The ornaments that we wear are symbolisms of who we are. And I know it may sound a little materialistic, but this is something that I've learned by just experiencing this human life, that everything is an energetic uh, thing. Everything has energy behind it. Either it be a person or a object, it has energy behind it. And what we put on ourselves, what we wear, the languages that we use, just the colors that we wear, it symbolizes who we are, and we don't want to clash with that. So as you see in the video, if you were a member, or if you are the part of the Patreon, or if you viewed the teaser, you can see that I'm wearing light blue. Light blue is a symbolism of early rising, or a symbolism of a new beginning, fresh starts. And I felt like that color would have done well with just me basically representing myself, basically premiering this first Fitness Friday and letting my viewers and fans and followers know that, look, hey, I'm being me. I'm letting you into my space. I'm literally letting you into my physical space where I meditate and do these dances and improvisational workshops on my own time. So now you're coming here, and I'm just like, okay, so blue. You also view that I'm wearing a silver band around my waist. This is a band that we use in belly dance, is to emphasize the hip movements. And this is for your shimmies. It's used to help you hear the sounds and visually see how your waist is moving, how many shimmies you're doing per second, and how many you're not. So it's this scarf that I'm wearing, the shiny silver scarf that you see me wearing, is symbolisms to that. Silver also represents this Sunday. So Sunday, I realized that that day was quite special. It was early. I knew that I had a job to do. I knew that I wanted to not be too intense with some of the body movements, but I wanted to give everyone a fair shot on understanding what tribal fusion belly dance implicates. And it's really just all about you. It's a lot of improvisational, but there's also skills that need to be executed. You also have to strengthen certain parts of your body. So a part of that whole thing was to show comfortability, to show a warm sense of welcoming to my class, and so that everyone could feel welcomed. And even so, that I think that helps. So here we go. I'm going to play a little bit more from the video from 2 weeks ago. Does it demean your body, or does it reinforce your beauty? So what you're wearing, is it? So when I said that, I meant to say, does it demise your body? Does it make you feel like you're not in the right place, or does it make you feel out of place? Or are you completely just super comfortable? Reinforcing these aspects and characteristics about your beautiful self. Is this happening? If not, we need to change that. We need to do something about that. We need to fix it and find solutions, because I'm here to help you with this. And this is why we are attending Fitness Friday. Are you buying it to impress others, or are you doing it to make you feel great? So what you're wearing has a lot to do with your image and who you are, and really how you're creating this demeanor for others. Right. So again, I'm repetition, always reminding yourself how amazing you are, and always, adorning yourself with amazing items and objects and jewelry and clothes and shoes. And this is not, again, to be materialistic. It's just to emphasize that you deserve the best, because you are the best. And when you are that in that energetic frequency, you receive that, and it continues to reciprocate in your reality. And that's what we are aiming for. We're aiming for not a perfect life or a perfect reality. We're aiming for how to basically make the best with a bad bargain. We understand that some things that we can't control. And with that being said, we know that those things hurt us. And this me emphasizing the self-love is telling someone, hey, you can get up and do anything you put your mind to. You can create a whole brand out of just something that you are just good at, something that you just love to do. That can get a person out of the deepest, darkest shadows that we may not even quite understand. And that's just something that I emphasize a lot when I am teaching. Outside of my teaching, I am a person that motivates others to do the best that they can do and be the best they can do, because I've been there. And I've experienced the lowest of the lows, and I've experienced all type of personalities, and I've dealt with all types of personalities. And the way that I feel that we can heal is through expressing ourselves. And I found the niche, which to me is movement, dance, incorporating networking and self-love. And if you're going to be online and use these networks and 2.0 platforms, and you want to transition, you have this big, amazing idea to be in the 3.0 world like myself and the Raw DAOs network, do so. It takes nothing but a click of a button. No question is a stupid question. No idea is a dumb idea. All right, so let's continue this recap from Fitness Friday. This was 2 weeks ago, which was 10/21/2020, live in the metaverse, token gated access. To get to know you as an individual. So individuality is another thing that I highly embrace. Are you getting into debt because of your shopping? So we don't want to go out and buy things that are super expensive, creating this big. And I only advocate things that are affordable. I would definitely give suggestions, but I'm just the person that advocates, getting the best deal for your dollar. And like I said, some of the items that I will be implementing in my Fitness Fridays are things that are super cheap, or you can create these things at home. DIY, do it yourself. Obstacle. And for the second body positivity, we're going to focus on creating body positivity fashion statements, being yourself, finding your own unique style, making sure that what you're wearing is comfortable for you. Personal style may mean going beyond the norm and forgetting about the current trends. And it's okay to feel like this, but you want to make sure that the final results. All right, so I'll stop it there, and I'm going to move along to the next point I want to mention that was a part of the Fitness Friday, so that people can kind of get a feel of it, because we're here in this space today for SNL. Let's talk about a 2.0 for free. And I want to kind of give everybody an opportunity to experience what I have, and to, without any type of obstacles, actually get a taste of what they will be receiving, because we're being transparent here. So we're going to move along to music choice. And for me, my music choice relies heavily on individuality, instrumentals, and improvisational, something that is out of the ordinary, something that's not the typical music that you hear. So the first music that I kind of drifted towards was the traditional belly dance music, and then I discovered Indian trap music. So the Indian trap music kind of gave me a mix of the R&B feel mixed with the traditional Indian music, and I just kind of fell in love with that. For my first private performance, I used a complete list of Indian trap music, and for the Fitness Friday, I used an instrumental, and you're gonna kind of hear this instrumental. And just FYI, to put it out there, if there's any DJs, artists that have original content, original music that want to collaborate and to create some awesome NFTs together, and to be owners of this and owners of our content, and also inspire, let's do so, because I'm looking for someone who's also a creator who creates music, someone who can create some original beats. So I'm looking for someone who's of a DJ, so that when I do create these videos, that the copyrighted issues won't get in the way, because we are not about problems, we are about solutions. So I'm going to skip along to the end part, and we're going to listen to the music that was used in the Fitness Friday Live. I do not own the rights to this music. lower pains. This is how we can release energies from our sacral chakra, and now we can heal this area. Now the hands is another lesson, but we use our hands like this in tribal, and this is something we do. We can even take one foot forward, and this one foot will be our foundation, and we'll have less weight on this one. And so this is how we would come out and greet, or if we're just dancing in the mirror, that camera networking, keeping that center. And then we can do a switch by just simply switching feet. And this is how this motion is created on the other side. And making sure your back is straight and the isolation is there. And just making sure you're keeping focus on this foot and this foot, really being different ways, but still keeping a balance. And I find it quite easy to do this one in this motion because this foot forward is kind of stopping me from, so it's a pillar again. All right. So we're going to move into an actual combo before we wrap up this Friday fitness consultation. I'm sweating, I'm hot, but let's get started. All right, so you guys got a little recap of the workout that was done right before I moved into the combo, and we worked out pretty hard. You asked my students, we were sweating basically, and in transition from the workout, the HIIT workouts and everything like that, become a Patreon, then you can get all those details. And transition from that, the combo was a combo that was taught gradually, and we put each dance workout exercise into one whole combo. And at the end, that music I felt went with it because, first of all, it was a non-copyrighted version, so I was able to use that freely. But like I said, I'm definitely looking to use some unique beats in the future. And I love the beat because it was on a loop. And when you know about loops, it's kind of like you can still dance, but you can always bring it back to an 8 count. And it was just super easy for me to put the combo to that music. I think it had a smooth beat. I liked it, the different tones, even like the Afrocentricness of it. And then, the hard tone, loud beats, bass. I love bass. So when you tribal fusion belly dance and you really get into it, you depend on the beat of the music. You depend on the bass. You depend on the tone changes, especially when you're improvisational. Like, you are just moving with the music. You have nothing made up. You have nothing premeditated in your head. You kind of have just a combination of moves that you know. And music is super important, and I depend on my music. And I've learned that just being original is the best, because as you look back on it, you can say, this was all me. This was my content. And not just saying in a selfish way, but in a fair way, that you want to be completely authentic. If we're doing this, especially through the Web3 world, the blockchain world, we want to make sure that we have our T's and I's, T's crossed it and I's dotted, and make sure that everybody gets their residuals and their copyrighted credit. So like I said, even though I do use some of the music that is trending today, I make sure that I do give that copyrighted credit to the artist. And furthermore, I want to just continue this thing and just the music alone for me, it kind of relates to all walks of life. And I like to change it up, but my style never really changes. But I could dance to kind of anything. I did have a performance that same day. If you're a Patreon member, you are able to view those live performances because they are up for view. As you become a member, you can get those private posts, and we dance to like all type of country music. So I'm dancing to all type of music. So mind you, like I do it all, and I'm trying to just keep it that way and be versatile. But yeah, sign up for the Patreon and you can see all of that great footage and behind the scene footage and different types of music that I actually dance to. And this is cool. So we're gonna move over to mirror affirmations. So in the beginning of the Fitness Friday workshop, I spoke about mirror affirmations, and I have a few mirrors located around my home and space that give me comfort. And I'm not saying that you have to get a mirror, but it's really healthy to do so. So what I do is before I dance, I may do a little body stretch, and I may ground myself either on my grounding mat or actually outdoors if it's not cold. And I sit down in front of a mirror, and this is my time to actually look into, the mirror and see what everybody else sees, because sometimes it's not just about us internally you know feeling something. It's about us visually seeing, because we are visual learners, and being in this realm, we have to understand that we are experiencing a human experience, and that seeing something for what it is, and actually sitting with something, and actually studying something like yourself is very beneficial. We like to study so many things, but we fail to realize that studying ourselves could help us ace every course that comes our way, every test and quiz that comes our way, along with learning to dance, and along with obtaining skills and obtaining knowledge and information. So if you want to really be a dancer, sitting with yourself, understanding that you can do it. Excuse me, I had to deal with my little one. She was getting into some things, but back to really what we were speaking about, just understanding that the mirror affirmations is another way of applying yourself and holding yourself accountable for what is inside of you, what's wanting to come out, what's wanting to immerse itself and just start creating and building. That's very powerful. A person can be very powerful when they understand who they are, and sitting with yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, not just in vanity, but in, observation of what can you better, without anyone telling you, without any type of validation. This is very important. I do this daily. And right before I dance, I do this. Even when I'm dancing, I keep a mirror close by. It's good to see exactly what your body is doing without anyone validating that. Because I was a self taught learner. I had to teach myself the many things that I know today. And one of those things were tribal fusion belly dance. I came from a ballet background. The training, could have been better, but I kept that training in my mind, in my heart, in my aura, and I was able to fuse that. That's why I love the whole genre of tribal fusion. I was able to use that and make it my own, literally. And I'm in the mirror like, wow, I could do this. Wow, I could put this in it. I could do that. I could, oh, oh, oh. And so now I'm working on isolating and ticking. I don't know if anybody knows about ticking and pop locking. So this is another form that tribal fusion belly dancers actually have to execute. They have to actually be really good with the isolations. And the belly dancing kind of just comes because we've already, been practicing that skill. And so you just put it together. I am indigenous. I am an indigenous woman, and I identify as an indigenous woman, and my heritage steers from Nigeria, and my body moves different. I move different, and I know that. So I understand that when I get out and I am performing, my way of doing things might not be the traditional way, but my way of let's say, my way of showing and presenting what I have to offer, my way of opening up a performance is important. So how I present myself, how I walk is important. And these things can be rehearsed in a mirror. Speaking to yourself and just affirming that you are amazing is amazing. Like, you might not be having the best day, but you can do that for yourself. It does a lot. A lot of the things that I've obtained and a lot of the people that I've met, I have put into my own reality because I prayed about it and I knew that I would receive guidance or whatever I needed assistance in the physical. Okay. So this was important for me because, the digital twinning thing could disconnect a lot of people from realizing that we are still experiencing a human experience and we still have to get out and mingle and meet and network. And just the mirror affirmations remind you that, I'm here in this flesh and I'm doing the best that I can do. And I'm going to leave something, if it's just this here, behind, because this was in the vehicle that I was driving while I was here. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really deep when you get into it. Moving along to the next point I want to point out is mobility. Mobility can mean several different things, but I'm going to mention a few things that come to mind when I think about mobility. Mobility is strength and endurance. And what could you tell yourself that your body could do? I've done a ton of things that I never thought I could do, which was first having a child, having a baby. I never thought that my body could even handle that type of act. Not just because I didn't think I could do it, but my body mass, I didn't realize, like, could I handle that? Like, would I be able to push through to that, like physically? And I'm like, wow, yes, the mobility and strength and vitality of my body is more than what I could even imagine. It's as strong as steel. So the mobility that you could create first starts in your mind. And so when you see me dancing and moving around so freely and gracefully, that's because I'm telling my body to do that. My body is learning these moves as I go, but my mobility and my vitality is allowing me to do so. And it's telling me I can do it. I'm coming from a background that's far from just traditional belly dance again. So I learned these moves and I taught these moves to myself and I made them appropriate for me along with the culture of belly dance and tribal fusion. So we're going to move along to accountability. And accountability is this here that you see me creating. I'm creating NFTs behind content and I'm creating proof of concept. Whenever you enter my space, there's an NFT being created around that. And if you are a member of mine, you can receive these NFTs because I am not someone who is a selfish person. But most of the token gated events are memberships only. Who wouldn't want to be a member of someone who they love so much? This is something that I'm creating for you to be a part of because I feel like I have something to share too. I'm a part of so many communities, but what am I creating? What am I creating from scratch? And this right here is the accountability that I'm taking a part of. I am a community person. I have a few things to say. That's why I named this Let's Talk About It 2.0, because some of my content might ruffle a few feathers. That's why I created the White Feather NFT. It is also a symbolism of peace and the expunging of negative energy. So I have so many different things that I have to share, but I'm realizing that there's no perfect time to do it. Right now is the time. And so this is the recap of my Fitness Friday live in the metaverse, which was held, it was in October. And this was a token gated event. And I hope that you guys all decide to join so you can get a full juicy recap, full juicy teaser, full authentic behind the scenes footage, and full scenes live in the metaverse with me when I go live. I just hope you guys have an awesome day. My daughter says hello. I don't know where she went, but she's mostly here when I'm doing these. And I'm just being transparent with everyone. We do it all. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you all for tuning in on another episode live in the metaverse with me, your hostess, ShivaLeela Allen, presenting to you SNL Let's Talk About It 2.0. Please follow me on my social media platforms. Don't forget to join the Patreon. Patreon will allow you to have NFT access to all of the future events held by me, your hostess, ShivaLeela Allen, and the Raw DAO. So click the link in the bio to look at all of the tiers that I provide for you. Don't forget to join the spatial platform. This is the metaverse where we exhilarate culture at iDance Art House Web3. Join the Discord as well at the Raw DAO. Be sure to also join the Wonderverse board. And if you want to be a part of any of these future expos at the Raw DAO, follow my IG at iDanceArtHouseWeb3. Follow my IG at iDanceArtHouseWeb3. Don't forget to follow the Raw DAO on IG at the_raw_DAO. Also, we have a Facebook. Follow me at ShivaLeela Allen. And we also have a Facebook for the Raw DAO. So follow the Raw DAO on Facebook, TikTok as well. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's I Dance Art House Web 3. And we have a TikTok for the Raw DAO. You can also follow the Raw DAO on TikTok. Twitter is available at I Dance Art H Web 3. I Dance Art H Web 3. Also, we go live like you see here today on Twitch. So be sure to follow the_raw_DAO to catch all of my lives as they stream on multiple platforms at once. Be sure to also follow the YouTube at my personal YouTube for my collection and ShivaLeela Allen. You can follow my YouTube at ShivaLeela Allen. Also, don't forget to follow Raw TV because, again, they will be streaming on all platforms during our weekly events, which is super cool. And don't forget, I have these podcasts available at the end of every Saturday, free available on my Anchor link. Please click the link in the bio. These will be the free live podcasts that you hear now, available in my link below. Don't forget to have a blessed day and just keep it moving, keep it going, and jam on out because we believe that dancing is healing and we're about NFT healing, culture, and dance. I do not own the rights to the music that you hear in this recording. Thank you.
Peace and blessings. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. So, just wrapping it up and leaving the space open for questions and answers and things of that nature. I'm just really thankful that everyone made it here and hope everyone's having a great night. I'm going to hold off on the tunes, but again, take a look around at the space. So, let me be clear. So, this month's monthly fitness is token gated, and the token is the one here in the blue. That's the new token. So as you become a member, this would be the new token you'll receive. It's no longer the red one. It's no longer the red Fitness Friday NFT. It's updated now. So every month you'll be getting a new token.
And I'm also token gating these SNLs. So even though they're free, you can receive a token as an attendee, just for your archives and collections. Because I feel like that would have been a good idea to do for people who know nothing about NFTs. They can receive their first one for attending just an open event of that nature, trying something new. But again, the NFT you'll be receiving is this one in the blue, and you'll be getting unlockable content along with that. Everything should be dropping next week for that Fitness Friday. But yes, how is everyone today? How are you today, Mo? I like the fit.
Peace and blessings. Yes, that was great. Yeah, and that was a good recap. I'm excited. I'm excited for the next one. The last one was definitely great. You was dropping some great gems. I learned how to shimmy, and it was just a really good time. Got some good stretching in, and it was a good time.
That's so awesome. It was perfect time to do so. It's the beginning of this fall season, and everyone's feeling all holiday and in a good mood. So I'm like, why not? And I feel like, we've been the first to kind of do so. So keeping it going and including others. Eventually, this space will be full with people.
Oh yeah.
And enthusiasts.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, yes, let it come.
And
not to mention, the Grammys up there on the wall. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes I can't keep count. But if you're in the metaverse, you can see the Grammys hanging up on the wall. And we have a whole stage, so eventually we